welcome to the Lifetime Music Podcast.
Good to be back, Ellie. Good to be back. So happy to be talking about new music. Yeah, we've really been doing this at quite a pace in the past couple weeks, and I'm happy that we're just keeping it up. And we have a lot to jump into. Lots of new music.
So today, I think a common theme for a lot of the tracks is dreams.
Ooh, I love dreams.
Mm-hmm. You had good dreams last night?
Oh, by good dreams, you mean like empty, vacant dreams? Yeah, I had lots of dreams last night. Surely.
Sometimes those are the best. Let's just go right into it. And the first track we have today is by a band called Mola Oddity. And it's Half a Sad Day, Saving Time, CC. So, Half a Sad Day, Saving Time. It's from an EP that was released on October 11th. I was going to give like a few sentences, and I think you can expand on this. So, what I know about this band is that they're based in Beijing, and it's what sounds like a pretty cosmopolitan formation. I think there's 6 of them in the band, and I was looking up on Bandcamp, and they tagged themselves as alternative pop. They've only been releasing music under this name since 2024. That's, in terms of context, that's what I know.
Well, I'll give you a bit more. I'll fill in some of the gaps there. So yeah, Mola Oddity is, I would categorize them as kind of like a supergroup. It's kind of led by 3 main core members. It's led by pop singer Amber Koh, who goes by Birdie K, and is also features Yeeder. Is that how you pronounce his name? Yeah, Yeeder, the Inner Mongolian musician who's kind of, been in various projects. He also performs in the band Nara Bara. And so these people just kind of came together in Beijing, and basically instead of, her usual Mando pop music, she thought to, explore and kind of give this world, I would say like kind of like an alternative world music edge to her music.
You mean world music because they include some sonorities that maybe are not necessarily as usual to find in pop? Is that what you have in mind?
Yeah. I mean, it has lots of different sounds in here. There's a bit of, obviously you have some Inner Mongolian, you have some Kazakh kind of sounds in here. Oh, it is a 6-piece band now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Didn't trust me.
Hold on a second.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty recent project. They only kind of got started like a couple years back, and kind of made like quite a bit of noise. And they've been really good at just figuring out how to market their sound and market their direction, I think.
And I mean, one of the things I enjoy on this track is the musicianship. The bass, the guitar, the drums, they're on point. And it's kind of groovy, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely groovy. It has a certain funk to it that is really appreciated. And actually, I just discovered there is a music video for this online, so do check that out. And it kind of goes together with their whole how they present themselves. You know, it is essentially like just like a art house pop at this point, but it's done with such control and such kind of quality that it's really quite something.
I like that art house pop thing. I think it's I think they'll like that too.
Yeah, I mean I do think there are a lot of pop singers out there who are starting to try to expand their horizons a bit by looking to more alternative musicians and more alternative acts out there, whether it be like pop stars going to Yonghai Song for production or something like that. So we're seeing a lot more of this now, where this meeting of worlds that I think is done really well here.
Yeah, so the next track is Ashitawa Sararai by 动物园钉子户, or in English, Zoogazer. Straight up, I'll say this is my favorite track for this week. I'll just say it.
I like that. I feel like sometimes I had like a kind of sinking feeling this. If you like this song, you would really like it. So I'm kind of happy I picked it out for you.
Yeah. It really works for me. And I wanted to ask you, what kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person who likes to cook, or the kind of person who likes to wash the dishes?
So I guess I do enjoy washing dishes. I like the preparing to cook. So I like the cutting. I like the kind of tedious OCD tasks that are involved with cooking, which includes, I guess, washing the dishes.
Okay. I'm asking because in the song he's basically saying, I want to make food. I like cooking, but thinking about washing the dishes is a problem. And and it's just this really sweet, a bit wistful energy throughout the song, and I think it's really wonderful.
Yeah, so Zoogazers, they've been around the block. They've been a band for I guess 10 years or so. And while they started more as a shoegaze kind of indie pop band, they've kind of expanded their sound to, here they're really matured into like a very woozy city pop kind of synth pop vibe that they it's just the level of meticulous production on this. It's so nice. It's so fluid. A very wavy kind of sound that kind of you can just slip into.
I was going to mention city pop. It's in my notes, and there's several reasons for that. Well, first off, the obvious thing is that the title is in Japanese, Ashitawa Sararai, 明天再洗完, I'll clean the dishes tomorrow. And so a few of the chorus is sung in Japanese as well. And like city pop, I think is making a resurgence in China. I think the last 2 years or so, I've been hearing a lot more city pop or people interested in city pop. Have you seen that too?
Yeah, I think since kind of the end of COVID, there's been such an influx of city pop. Obviously, Japan kind of has this market cornered, but there's been so many of those bands coming into China now. I guess bands are finding ways to pay tribute to that, to invoke that feeling, and they're doing it in really interesting ways now, where they can forge their own path within this genre.
Yeah, I mean, I love what they're doing on this track. Just the old school scratch at the beginning. And he's doing some scat. How cool! How cool is that? It is, but it's like he's dubbing the bass line and the guitar melody, with his voice, basically.
Yeah, it is really. I do. Yeah, there's so many like little kind of details within the production, like little kind of sampled sounds or sampled like I feel like I forget if it's on this track. There's like a burp at some point or something, and it just makes it so not goofy, but just so kind of like there's a self-awareness to it. It's not trying to be like a tacky, trite, like romantic kind of thing. It feels mature in many ways.
Yeah, and I think even the Chinese name of the band alerted me to that a little bit. So the Chinese name is 动物园钉子户, and 动物园 means zoo. 钉子户 is nail house, so it's people that like city planning sometimes might build a road or a structure or something and have to destroy houses to do that. And in China, there's been a phenomenon where people who wanted to obtain better compensation would not leave their house. And so you'll have a highway. In the middle of that highway, there's one remaining house. So that's the concept of nail house. So, yeah, I mean, that kind of name, I mean, you wouldn't pick that if you weren't aware of what's going on around you,
Yeah. So this is off the new EP, A Day, I guess is how you'd say it. A Day, all one word. And it's great. It's the whole thing's worth checking out. You can find it on Spotify. And I believe this is off of SJ Records, who continue to put out good stuff.
The next track is also coming out of a very interesting record label. One Day. It's not in China, though. And the track is Mekong Ballad by Cola Ren.
时展开的时空。
This was Mekong Ballad, or Mekong Ballad, don't know how you guys pronounce it, by Kola Ren.
Kola Ren is a electronic producer out of Guangzhou. She's been active the past few years, and really lush, down-tempo, ambient electronic music. And as we hear on this track, she is kind of entering the realm of singing now, which I think we're seeing a lot more producers, particularly female producers, are doing now. Kind of once they've honed their skills, they get more comfortable with the idea of lending their voices to their soundscapes.
It hasn't actually officially been released. I think it comes out on November 5th, officially. And it's from a very interesting looking record label called Human Pitch. And they're based out of New York and Mexico City. I think they have two main founders, one of them in New York, the other one in Mexico City. And they introduce themselves as a home for unconventional electronic music. And I think that really works for Kola Ren's album here.
Yeah, as the name kind of implies, there is a very tropical feel to the music she makes. It's very humid, very sun-baked kind of ambient electronic music. And strangely, the lyrics for this track were given by Jay Fever, a rapper who we've talked about many times on this podcast.
I also, I'll always enjoy hand claps. Man, you gotta love the hand claps.
Yeah. Yeah, always. Love hand claps. Always a plus in my book.
And the saxophone was recorded by someone called TGA, I think, if I wrote correctly my notes. It's nice. Also, see nice, good, like a saxophone recording is always nice.
Yeah, it's really nice, comfortable sound. And really excited for this release. Mekong River, out November, will include remixes by some pretty awesome... Actually, I'm not even going to say that. Don't want to butcher these words. Okay, fuck that. Scratch that.
You can mention, you don't have to say the names, but I think it's good to mention. There's Mongtong in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Some really cool remixes will be included with it, and really looking forward to jumping into this when it's finally all out there. So speaking of electronic producers who have who are jumping into the singer-songwriter kind of format, let's jump over to a track by Limbolimbs with Kitty Kitty. Is this about someone lost a cat?
No. No, this is not about losing one's cat. This track is about dealing with a breakup. It's kind of musings. I mean, what is your opinion on Sagittarius people?
Man, I don't follow astrology nonsense like this.
Because she mentions in the lyrics that her being a Sagittarius is maybe a reason for her being curious and a bit having this wanderlust. So there was something I had to research because I don't know much about astrology either. Yeah, so this is. I mean, I would call this bedroom pop. Would you agree?
Yeah, it kind of falls into this kind of mirage. It kind of falls into this pastiche of hyper pop, bedroom pop, future pop. This kind of very woozy kind of like emo rap that's kind of taken over the club scene a bit.
Cloud rap.
Yeah, exactly, cloud rap. And so, yeah, Limbolimbs is a Shanghai electronic producer. She's been pretty active, quite one of the best we have in the city here, and this is kind of her first foray into entering, trying to, I don't want to say become a pop star, but be a singer-songwriter. And so the EP is entitled Succubus 1.0, and it's, I guess, a concept EP about a failed succubus, if you will. A succubus who is shitty at her job. I don't want to say this as a diss or anything, but like these songs barely get to the 3-minute mark. It almost feels like these songs are tailor-made for kind of a TikTok era of music where you can just take snippets of these songs and, find an audience like that way.
Yeah, and I think that's not a phenomenon that's limited to China. That's pretty much everywhere. You see a lot of people just doing really short tracks and maybe even releasing them as what would have been considered just demos a long time ago, 10 years ago. I think, for example, Pink Pantheress, at the beginning, she also had like very short demo tracks that got picked up afterwards when she got recognized. And then she developed them into full-fledged tracks. So that's a different way of going of the traditional one, but I like this track. I think it's nicely done. And did you say she did a release party in Shanghai? Oh, sorry, you.
Yeah, they did a release party in Shanghai where, like, if you dressed up as a succubus, you would get free entrance.
And you didn't go? You didn't dress up?
So, didn't go. I have my succubus outfit in the closet, so it's a shame I didn't, don it. I do want to mention there's a nice mirroring here because the production on this EP is done by a rapper, DBZ, who's kind of a well-known, well-regarded rapper who's kind of in my opinion, one of the best in the game.
Where is he from? Is he also Shanghai-based? Oh,
she used to be based in Hangzhou, or no, wait, shit. She used to be based in Nanjing, I think, or Hangzhou, but to be honest, I'm not sure where she is now.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, really nice. So we're going to switch gears a little bit for the next track, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely switching gears quite a bit.
最不愤怒的愤怒小孩 The least angry of angry kids is the name of the track by 忘了爱 Want A.S.S.
Want A.S.S. How lovely. dirty extreme metal rock punk grindcore band from Beijing, China. Yeah, I mean, I always get some kind of kick out of grindcore bands. There's a perverseness to a lot of them, just a wildly inappropriate yet hilarious kind of way they frame themselves. And usually, you know, the music, it just rocks. It comes at you fast and furious. And yeah, it doesn't hold back.
It's music with attitude, and sometimes we really need that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it I don't want to say it feels dangerous, but it just, yeah, it has no fucks to give. And there's something so endearing about that.
And can you give us a little bit more context about the band? I mean, I know you just said you found them on Bandcamp kind of randomly.
Yeah. I know they're from Beijing. They're pretty active. I mean, in terms of like, grindcore is a very niche kind of genre anywhere, particularly in China. So, you know, it's a small group. And so when they get together, you know, it's always exciting. They're actually on tour right now, I believe, with a couple other grindcore bands. And I think they're coming through Shanghai next week. But yeah, I mean, as you know, when you see just the name alone, Want A.S.S, it's kind of like you see it and you're like, okay, that's stupid. But then you're like, I have to know what this sounds like now. There's a crassness to it that I just appreciate. I mean, I'm just looking at their Bandcamp page now, and their album before this was called "I Wanted to Fuck Her, But I Farted."
Yeah. Yeah, fun band. I guess we're left to listen to your favorite track this week, which is coming from a band with a really interesting English translation to their name. The band is The River, Orchestration, Walkman. And the track is Xiao Mogu, Little Mushroom.
Strap in, guys. It's a big one.
This track made me so angry when I first listened to it. It made me so angry.
It's like the happiest music ever.
No, I was getting to the office, and I was like listening to it as I was walking into the office, like, and then I just sat down on my computer, started opening stuff, and had to answer emails and stuff like that. And this sax was coming in, and it was so unpleasant. And I was like, what is this? And I had to shut it down. And then, you know, if you approach it in the right kind of environment, it's wonderful.小蘑菇河边走 Little Mushroom. This is not a track for anything that requires concentration, basically.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, you kind of have to let a lot of this band's music settle into you. You have to get on its wavelength, I would say, to kind of enjoy it. And it kind of like sneaks up on you, I would say. The River Orchestration Walkman are one of my kind of favorite live acts out there at the moment. Obviously, this is an experimental, improvisational kind of band whose shows are kind of freewheeling, anything goes. Songs just kind of form on their own in real time. And there's very much like a kind of psych rock exploratory edge to it. But this track in particular is one I've heard done live a few times already. And it's just kind of the most giddy, hypnotic, acid trippy kind of a song that you just kind of vibe to eventually. And I just love how it just builds and builds and builds and just turns into like a weird Mario, like 8-bit kind of like trip. That just, you just have to like, you have to give yourself over to it.
Yeah, it's definitely something that once you get into it, it's a trip, and it's a fun trip. They're including a lot of different instruments in there. And that reminded me a little bit of Hermeto Pascoal, the Brazilian composer who would experiment with so many different things and just try and have fun with the music, and make it a fun experience for the audience as well. So I think that's kind of the direction they're going.
Yeah. Like actually, like this album, Endless Summer, was kind of compiled like over 2 years of them kind of just touring. They never really had like a home base. They were kind of just being nomads, kind of going from place to place, small cities, and they would just perform shows. And I guess they recorded everything, and so they just put together some of their best pieces. And it's kind of wonderful. I think this is the best encapsulation of why I love this band so much. So if you're into kind of this off-kilter kind of experimental music, the River Orchestration Walkman are it. They're the bee's knees.
Neat. So that was the last track for us this week, and we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to be back on a more regular schedule. From now on, we got a few out in rapid succession when we just got back into it. But now that things are starting to slow down a little bit, we can go back to some regularity.
It's good. I like the routine. I like chatting with you. I just love hearing some new tunes, man. Yeah. And so we got plenty of that coming up. And thank you again, everyone, for popping in and checking in with the live China Music Podcast.
Yes, and if you enjoy this, share it with your friends and leave a comment. Give us a rating wherever you're listening.
Yeah.
And don't hesitate to reach out. If there's some music you'd like us to cover more, or if you'd like to know more about some of the artists we discuss, just let us know.
Amen. Thanks again, everyone. It's been a blast.
Live China Music out.
Peace.